So, part number 1, take 2. So we just finished our second step. First step was find the event. Second step was talk to the coordinator about the event, and I gave you all of the things that you should talk to the coordinator about. Third step, you need to secure the table. So figure out, like, take the number of attendees. So let's say they're expecting 2,000 people to come to this event. That's a lot of people. So you're probably going to want to put 4 people at your table, like 4 consultants. So use your sisters, use your team, use people that you like to have fun with, because you don't ever want to sit there and be like that lonely turd sitting at a table. You want to be fun. You want to be interactive. You want to work with people that really match your vibe, right? So if it's an expensive table, also, you're going to want to split that with more people. I would never do more than 4 consultants to a table. I would never do less than 2. So it's only over 2 or 4. I mean, you could do 3 if you wanted. If you like the odd number, that's fine too. But never less than 2, never more than 4 people at a booth. So I've done a table before. It was the Lehigh Valley Bridal Expo, and it was an $800 table. So we split that 4 ways. So it's $200 a person per table, right? So that's something that you're going to want to need to know. So that goes along with finding the cost of the table for you. So, and how many people are coming. So make sure you know those information. So figure out if you want to split your table with 1 other consultant or 3 other consultants. And then you need to make sure that you pay your deposit. So this is all in securing your table. It's step 3. You pay for your deposit, which should cover your portion, because you know, if the deposit is like 1/4 of the table, then you paid your portion. There you go. Then you collect the money from the other women and turn that in the day of the vendor event. You always want to make sure you get paper receipts. Paper receipts are super important. Reason being is because you can save these for tax purposes, and then you can also make copies for the girls that you're sharing that booth with as well. And then step 4 is going to be submitting it for corporate approval. So corporate needs to know some information about your event. Again, you're out there promoting their label and their company as well, you know, as you're representing their company. So they need to know that you're out there doing this. So corporate approval is mega important. Don't ever skip this step. And 9 times out of 10, they always give you approval. Like, I don't think I've ever been denied. Have you? Never, they're not going to deny you, right? So some things that corporate needs to know. They need to know the address of the event, the date, the time, and approximately how many attendees are going to be in attendance of this event. And then the last thing that they're going to need is they're going to need the consultant IDs of the women that you're going to work with. So if I'm going to split this table with 2 to 3 other women, I need to make sure I know their consultant IDs. And then how to put this into corporate, you're going to log on to the COO. On the pink tab, or on the pink bar, you're going to find events, and then you're going to go to personal events, not corporate, personal, because this is a personal event. And then you're going to put your info into there. Typically, it's about a 3 to 5 day turnover for a reply. If you wait any longer than that, pick up the phone and call them, and then send them another email just to make sure that you're getting that confirmation, okay? And then last but not least, the 5th step for prepping and preparing for your vendor event is you want to have this stuff ready for your actual table, right? So most important thing for your table is going to be your open date card. So this is an open date card. It's got 2 different sides. I fold it in half. It's just smaller. It looks better. I put my dates and times right here, so they pick from what I have available, and then over here I would just have them pencil their name and their telephone number in. And then what I'll typically do is I only book out about 6 to 8 weeks max. Like, I don't go anywhere past that, because the excitement, they lose that for the party. So from tomorrow, or I'd probably do like next week to 8 weeks out, is going to be on here. So that's your open date card. You also want to make sure that you have your goodie bags ready. Can you, behind that picture frame is my goodie bag? So this is like a sample goodie bag that I would give out to everyone. In here is a flyer to pass out to strangers. We have a coochie or body dew sample. I'm not a big fan of giving out like lubes or anything. You don't know these women, so you want to give something very mild out. I have a business card with my picture on there, and then I have a coupon for booking and a coupon for sponsoring as well in here. This is my goodie bag. So I give those out, so you need to make sure that you have those ready. And now you know how many people you're expecting, and then you divide it by how many people you're working with. That should give you a total of how many goodie bags that you should be prepared for. So again, business card, coupon, candy, flyer about Pure Romance. You also need to make sure that you have a Pure Romance tablecloth ready for your booth so that it looks pretty. Not only a tablecloth, but also a banner or a sign that has your information on it. As you can see, I have my giant banner in the back right there. I wasn't going to hang it. I mean, it's already hang up, but I'm not going to move it for the sake of the video. And then you need something to reel women in. I mean, you're doing a vendor event because you want to meet women, but ideally you want them to book parties with you. You don't want them to just buy a product and be a one-hit wonder. So if they're interested in a product, girl, how about I give you that for free for just having me over for a ladies' night? Like, that's something you could say. But as far as a booking idea, I love the prize wheel. So I have the prize wheel here. I've done sashes. So you get pink ribbon and you make sashes, and it says I said yes on the sash. You just write it in with like fabric marker. I've done roses. So the girls pick a rose, and on each rose there's a tag, and the tag says, oh, you get $50 added to your party total. Is just pick from one of my hot open dates. And then women are walking around with these sashes or roses or goodie bags or whatever, and other women are like, where did you get that? I want one. And they're like, go check out that Pure Romance booth. And then they come see me. And then I've also I've done rolling the dice too. So I have like a big pink die that I keep on my my table, and it says spin to win or roll the dice to win or something. And then it's just the envelope game that I play at the table. So these are the things that you need to make sure you prep for your day, and then from the event all the way from the start to the finish. And watch for our step 3 video. Step 3 is going to be how you actually run your vendor booth.